Hi, I'm Monica Louie from OurDebtFreeFamily.com, and today I'm going to share 5 ways to stay motivated when getting out of debt. We're already halfway through the year. Can you believe it? How are you doing on your New Year's resolutions? Well, if it's time to reassess and restart, then I've got 5 tips to help you stay motivated on your journey out of debt. It's easy to lose motivation when you've got a long road ahead. It feels like you'll never be debt-free, right? By following these strategies, you'll not only keep going on your debt-free journey, but you'll have fun on your journey. And before you know it, you'll achieve total debt freedom. So that's my first tip. Make it fun. As the saying goes, success is a journey, not a destination. And you can think of your debt-free journey in the same way. Who wants to be on a boring journey without adventure or excitement? Not me. If you currently think of slashing your spending, working overtime, and selling things left and right as something you have to do, try a different approach. In his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey stated, happiness can be defined, in part at least, as the fruit of the desire and ability to sacrifice what we want now for what we want eventually. Think about that for a second. Happiness can be defined as the desire and ability to sacrifice what we want now for what we want eventually. It's not the sacrifice that brings joy, but the desire and ability to make those sacrifices because of what they will mean for your family later. So focus on the outcome of your sacrifice over the long term. Each time we've made an extra payment toward our debt, we get great pleasure from knowing that our debt total is now that much less. And even when we only make the minimum payment, we still take pride in the fact that we are one more payment closer to being debt-free and happily watch our debt balance go down. Here are some other ways you can make it fun. Make it a game to see how much you can cut your grocery bill compared to last month. Maybe you decide that if you don't spend any money on coffee this month, you'll give yourself a home manicure and pedicure. Get the kids involved too. If they help you clip coupons and plan your weekly grocery trip, then plan a fun family movie night at home. Make homemade pizzas and brownies with ingredients you already have. You don't have to wait until your debt is gone to have fun. You can enjoy the ride now. Set mini goals. When we started our debt-free journey, we gave ourselves 8 years to pay off $320,000 of debt. Paying off that much debt and making sacrifices for that long can be overwhelming to anyone. So we try to avoid the feeling of overwhelm by focusing on one debt at a time. Maybe you've crunched the numbers and you estimate that it will take 3 years to pay off your student loans. Instead of focusing on your huge amount of student loan debt you have, or the 3 long years it will take to pay them off, focus first on the smallest student loan balance and make that your first mini goal. This is called the debt snowball method. Shoot to pay off that loan as quick as you can and then celebrate when you do before moving on to the next biggest loan. Or you could make paying off a certain amount of debt within the next 3 or 6 months your first mini goal. Shooting for that smaller, more realistic goal will help you keep going. You could also break it down even further. Calculate how much on average you need to pay off each month to reach your shorter term goal. Focus on how you can slash your spending or bring in extra income so that you can pay off that amount this month. And come up with an inexpensive way to celebrate when you reach each mini goal. Give yourself something to look forward to in addition to paying off that huge chunk of debt. Track your progress. This one might seem obvious, but I'm surprised at how often I work with people who've been struggling to gain traction on their goal to become debt-free, and they don't even know how much debt they have paid off. Oftentimes, when we calculate how much debt they have paid off since starting their journey, they're pleasantly surprised at the progress they have made, and then they don't feel so discouraged. So get clear on your starting point and then track your progress going forward. For me, this is the part I look forward to the most. On the first day of each month, I update our debt snowball and calculate not only how much debt we have left to pay off, but I focus my excitement on the total amount of debt we've already paid off. Continue the theme of making it fun and create a chart or graph that you can fill in with your kids. I give my clients who work with me a debt freedom roadmap tracker that they can personalize with their own mini goals and fill in as they make progress toward their goals. Get imaginative. Imagine what life will be like when you are debt-free and all the hard work is paid off. What will you do to celebrate once you've met your goal? And how will life be different? Alternatively, what will life be like if you lose focus and give up? If you stop now, what will life look like in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Will you be struggling? Will you still be telling your kids and yourself that you can't afford it? What about when it's time for you to send your kids to college or for you to retire? Will you be able to achieve those goals if you go back to your old ways? Every time I get discouraged, I think of the path that I'm on and I compare it to the alternative way of life. Then I refocus, recommit, and do something to take action that will bring me closer to achieving my goal. Surround yourself with inspiration. This can be in the form of success stories of others who have gotten out of debt, like the ones I share on my blog and my YouTube channel. I'll link to some of my favorites for you below the video. But it can also be in the form of quotes of wisdom. Here's one of my favorites that has kept me going whenever I'm lacking motivation on one of my goals. Earl Nightingale said, "Never give up on a dream because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway." Isn't that so true? The time is going to pass by anyway. So why not spend the time working toward a dream that will dramatically improve your life, like breaking free from debt? When my husband and I started our journey, we gave ourselves 8 years to reach our goal of total debt freedom. That was nearly 3 years ago, and looking back, the time has flown by. The truth is, you can achieve almost anything you want in life. Most goals will take time, perseverance, and relentless focus to achieve. But the journey doesn't have to be dreary and painful. Make it fun, set mini goals, track your progress, get imaginative, and surround yourself with stories and wisdom that will inspire you to keep going. Before you know it, you'll be crossing your first mini goal off your list, and before long, you'll be making your final debt payment on your last debt. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'd be honored if you would share this with your friends. And I invite you to join me in our private Facebook group called Your Debt Freedom Family, where I share more tips like this, and we've got an awesome community of people who are kicking debt to the curb so they can break free and live life on their terms. Just head over to ourdebtfreefamily.com/yourfamily to join. I'd love to see you there. Remember, keep moving forward toward your goals. You really can live the life you dream about. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.